right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2. My name is Onditi, CEO at Pathways Technologies. I'm here to speak about AI. That's the hot topic today, artificial intelligence. Now, I've been in this space for about 15 years, implementing solutions in the data space. So when Peter from the Kenya Bankers was here, I was like, yes, sir, to everything that he was saying. So I forgot to turn my clicker on. I was given a small tutorial there, so it should be on now. So the AI advantage. Now, about a year ago, I was moderating a workshop. And the beautiful thing about attending these events like CIO events, I do a lot of this, and I moderate workshops a lot. And I teach as well. I'm a professor at the University of Denver, and I teach analytics and AI, and I'm always moderating, with industry folks. So it gives me a front row seat in actually what is really happening in these companies. And what I've found out is that sometimes we are seeing all these cool technologies. We want to figure out how do we use the technologies to address current challenges. I'm not seeing my timer, by the way. Someone just sort of keep me on check. I was moderating a session sometime last year with a group from a US bank, and we're just talking about what are some challenges in the financial space that, let's say, our customers face, and how can we use data and AI in today's world to solve the challenges. And guys, it's not rocket science. It is very, very basic challenges. So, 2 items that caught my mind, that I stuck with. One of the bankers said, look, we're doing an ideation session, and for us, it's really not a good idea because at a personal level, I have about 8 different accounts with my bank. So I have 8 accounts. Let's say 1 current, 1 savings, 1 investment, and a bunch of things. And he says that he receives 8 different emails every month. Actually, 3 per account. So he receives about 24 different emails every month for all these different accounts. And he's saying, these guys don't really know me that well. Because if they knew who I was, they would aggregate this and send me 1 piece of communication about me. So as we're thinking about offering better services to our customers, KYC, know your customer, it's no longer an account, it is the customer. Who is the customer, right? Now with modern tools, with data and AI, we're able to aggregate all that. We're able to piece it all together, come up with advisory, and talk to the customer. Don't give him different emails, different text messages, different offers, blanket offers for all that they're doing. So that was one example. Another example was somebody said that they're trying to open a business account. They had a new venture. There were 5 guys trying to go to the bank to open a business account. The bank asked each of them to bring documents that they already had in their possession. So each of them was a member of the bank already. They're opening a business account, and they were each asked to bring all this crazy list of documents. Again, back to KYC. So when I think about KYC, I know traditionally we think about regulators, we think about anti-money laundering and all that. When I think about KYC, I really think about the customer. Who is your customer? Do you know your customer? With AI and data, we're able to address that. So I'll jump on right quickly and talk about the AI advantage. And I'll begin in a typical teaching fashion, just high level. The curious case of AI. What are we looking at when we talk about AI? This is a buzzword today. What is AI? For me, AI is a theory, it's a discipline where we're looking at machines doing stuff that human beings otherwise would do. Of course, the machines will do them faster. We can go through heaps of documents and look at things and come up with intuitions and predictions and all that. Now, AI has a variety of applications. When I think about AI, I'm thinking about a human being under my senses, my sense of vision, my sense of, recognizing a language, interpreting a language, right? My sense of, speaking. We're speaking English right now. We can speak Swahili and all that. So I'm going to highlight very, very quickly 6 main areas. Natural language processing, NLP. That's a big branch of AI, where a machine can listen to you, it can understand, it can articulate, right? We have computer vision. A machine can see and interpret, okay, I'm seeing Carol, I'm seeing so-and-so, right? Then we have machine learning. That's a slightly higher level. Essentially, we want to empower computers to learn and adapt. If a machine sees this today, tomorrow it will know that something else is happening. We have what we call GANs, where different models compete with each other, figure out which is a better model. We have reinforcement learning, where we are empowering AI agents to learn from their experiences and make smart decisions. So I'm doing a very quick high level because we'll go to the use cases next to figure out how do each of these play out in the financial sector and how are they being used right now. Then we have deep learning. We talk about neural networks. So in the deep learning sort of bracket, we're enabling computers to process and understand complex data, making our interactions very seamless. So you'll feel like you're communicating to a human being. The latest buzz in town is the GPT, right? ChatGPT and all those. So those fall under a group called, so GPT is basically, pre-trained transformers. So large language models. We are training an AI using very, very massive data sets. That's why we call them LLMs, large language models. Now, anybody who uses ChatGPT, you'll know that thing is amazing. It's next to almost impossible. And there's more AI models coming up. So I'm going to stick with these 6 for now, and I'm going to jump onto use cases in the banking space. And these are real-world use cases that are being used currently. So if you're not using them, you better be figuring out, how can I use them? Now, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, AI machine learning was almost out of bounds, probably for almost all banks in Kenya or in Africa. It was very expensive. You had to import hordes of developers from India, from wherever, to try and do it. Right now, it is here with us. Anybody on the Microsoft stack, you'll know about something called Copilot. Within the Microsoft stack, within Dynamics, for example, they're bringing in an AI solution in there. So the world is changing quickly. AI is here with us. We have to figure out how to use it. A study from last year, I believe it was from The Economist in the US, looked at, surveyed a group of bankers, and these bankers, about 77% of them believed that AI is taking over, that they had to adapt to AI to survive disruption. So as bankers in the room, that's the mindset you need to have. It's adopt or die. Somebody said it yesterday. Adopt or die. You have to be in it. We must step up and figure out how to use AI. So quick use cases for AI in banking right now. So AI-driven customer service. Chatbots, right? I know we're all using chatbots in one way or another. But guys, chatbots can actually be taken to the next level. They can be made so smart that finally customers will be okay using chatbots. The issue right now is that we have some very generic things that are quite annoying, and guys don't want to use them. But if we retrain these chatbots, if we train the models using data that we already have on the frequently asked questions, they'll make sense to us. Personalized marketing. We're doing a lot of work in targeted marketing. How do you market something that makes sense to me? A friend of mine the other day, we were having a drink, and he was telling me, look, I'm really pissed off at provider A, because he sends me messages and says I'm pre-approved for 3,000 shillings. He doesn't know me. What is 3,000 shillings? And this guy comes from the part of Kenya where that's an insult, right? Because he wants to deal with some other zeros, the other side. So targeted marketing is something that is really key for us in today's world in terms of dealing with our customers. And AI can really help you with that. Again, remember the story about the customer getting 18 or 20 different emails every month, because that data is not being aggregated, it's not being delivered to the customer in a proper way. So as we target our customers with new solutions, with new products, we can leverage the power of AI to figure out exactly how to do that. Risk assessment and credit scoring. So that's a big aspect of AI. We'll be speaking again later on today about risk and scoring. The finance industry, the banking industry is about money. It's about risk assessment, about scoring our customers. Again, AI can be leveraged in place to really look at how do we score our customers, how do we make sure we're giving the right amount of money to the right people, and avoiding risk in the process. Fraud detection, it's a key theme of the event. Security, fraud, guys are being hit left, right, and center. Leveraging AI models, and we have a panel in the afternoon with a couple of experts talking about how really AI can be used in fraud detection and prevention. Before it happens, as a customer, I want to be safe. As a bank, we want to keep our customers safe. Before we get hit by a hacker, can we detect the signs early? The beautiful thing about machine learning and AI is that we'll keep learning. So if you're hit once, twice, can we leverage that data to figure out the signs before they happen? AI in cyber, under the same space again, strengthening security of banking systems and the customer data using AI. Peter was talking about the data governance law and guys getting reported and guys getting hit. So how can we leverage AI? As we look at the different models, how can we learn from previous occurrences and be able to mitigate this in the future? Sentiment analysis. Everybody right now is on social media. All our customers are on social media. We are tracking the social media feeds from our customers. What is the sentiment of the customers? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they frustrated? Are they just tired? What are they saying? If I'm talking about customer satisfaction, I need to know what customers are really saying and how they feel. So that's a big field of AI is stepping in. It's really understanding the sentiment of the customer. And we are getting bots nowadays that can actually read from your replies, get your sentiments. This guy is not too happy right now, so pitching a product to them right now is the worst idea. I'd rather pitch an offer and say, oh, it was your birthday last week, let me send you something, because I know that they're not too happy. So again, right now we have chatbots, they're very generic, and that's why everyone is mad about the chatbots. Algorithmic trading and robo-advisory. So a lot of companies right now are doing this. What basically this is we're looking at your data, we're looking at trends, we're looking at how can we provide advisory without having to come to interact with a human being. There's a service right now by Bank of America, for example, where you can pick a tier and say, I'll take the robo-advisory. That's an AI-driven solution that simply looks at your portfolio, looks at existing trends of people like yourself, looks at risk appetite, and figures out what's the best advice for this particular customer. I have $1,000. I want to invest for 2 years. I'm okay locking it in. I'm a mid-appetite kind of a guy, risk appetite. What do I give this particular customer? Algorithmic trading is big. So in the trading world, and somebody already mentioned this in the trading world, it's a big deal right now. Again, I think it's JP Morgan that has a big project with the AI team where they are currently even analyzing sentiments. For those of you who follow US trading, for example, you know about the craze that happened during the pandemic where, some stocks would just go up. So they've been able to go back and look at those stocks and what triggered them. It was some groups on Reddit, on some social media sites. What particular items triggered those sorts of actions to cause the prices to go up. So in closing, a big part of AI that we must look at as we get into it is ethics. So think of it. We're creating a human being, or we're making a machine act like a human being. For those of us who have kids, one of the biggest issues when you have kids is discipline and ethics. how do we make sure that these kids grow into good people? You know, we're looking at fairness. We're looking at bias. Does our AI platform, is it fair? Is it biased? Right? Is it accountable? Is it transparent? So ethics in AI is a really big subject. So as you're getting into the world of AI, look at the ethics behind it. A good example right now is we're working with an organization. It's not in the financial space. Actually, it's a gender-based violence organization. They're doing a chatbot for GBV people where they can quickly get advice. And one thing that came up was, what if somebody asked the chatbot, how quickly can I kill myself without pain? Should we give them away or not? So ethics is a big deal in AI. And as I close, bias is a really big deal in AI as well. There's a big case in the US where banks were biased in their AI models against black people, for example. The IRS, that's the KRA for the US, realized that a lot of black people were being audited more than the white people because the AI prediction said Harry is probably, we need to audit Harry, right? They didn't intend to, but it happened. So bias is a big issue in AI that we must look into. And I'm going to close by saying AI is here with us. We have to really think about how is it disrupting our business, how do we stay relevant, and look at all these use cases in the banking space. And like I said, it's very easy now to implement AI. It's within our reach. It's baked into all the tools that we're using today. So it's a matter of figuring out how do we look for the use cases, ideate, and deliver. Thank you very much. That's the end of my presentation. I'll welcome any questions.